Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome here. If you're new here, welcome. And today I'm going to be talking about some of the things you should consider before making your relationship official. A relationship being official means that you are taking your relationship to the next level. You're either maybe being engaged or maybe introducing each other to your families and making this relationship a solid one. The moment you're dating, maybe let me say someone is keeping you a secret, that's not an official relationship. If maybe you're dating someone and that person maybe doesn't introduce you to his or her friends, to his or her family, then you know what? That's not an official relationship. You guys are still hiding in the bush, and this kind of relationship, it's not a serious relationship, especially if you're someone who wants a relationship that can actually transform into a marriage, into something amazing, a relationship that can last for a very long time. So there are some things that you have to consider. So if someone is hiding you from his or her friends, his or her family, then that's actually not an official relationship. That's not an official relationship. So if you have been dating someone and you're thinking whether you should make your relationship official or not, I have some things for you that you have to consider before making your relationship official. And some of these things are going to help you to be clear on whether to make your relationship official or not. So these are things that you have to know. The first thing you have to know is that things to consider before making a relationship official. Before you think of introducing someone to your family, before you think of maybe being engaged to someone, this is the first thing that you have to know. You have to know each other. You have to know each other. So because you can't tell me that you have just met someone for the past few months, it can be 1 month ago, and you're already thinking of making this relationship official. That doesn't make any sense. And you'll be moving very fast into a relationship if you do that. The moment you do that, then this means that relationship will eventually fail. I did a video about that, explaining on why a relationship that moves so fast fails. So if you, after watching this, go and check that video out, because it's going to help you when it comes to making this kind of decision. So you have to know each other. You have to know each other before you think of making a relationship official, because trust me, if you make a relationship official and you really don't know your partner well, then you know what, this actually is going to make that relationship crumble, because making a relationship official comes with a lot of responsibility. There'll be so much expectations from your family, from your friends, from everyone who knows about your relationship and the person you're dating currently. This expectation that will come in, and this expectation can be so much for your partner to handle. And if you really don't know your partner, you don't know the limits of your partner, you don't know what your partner can handle and what he or she can't, then actually this is going to mess up your relationship. So before you think of making your relationship official, you have to know each other better. You have to know each other's limits. You have to know each other's capabilities of how the things that you can handle, the things that your partner can handle, before you think of making a relationship official. And knowing each other better is going to make things easier for you when you make a relationship official, because actually you know what your partner, the kind of person your partner is, and you know your partner, what your partner can handle, and all the sort of things. And this actually is going to make your relationship amazing, and it's going to progress in a way that you have never thought before. So that's the first thing that you have to put in mind. You have to keep in consideration before you make your relationship official. So the second thing, before you think of making your relationship official, you have to ensure that you have to check your priorities. Does your priorities align? Priorities align. I mean, do you guys want the same things? Are you guys fighting for the same thing? Before you make a relationship official, you have to understand that. Because the moment you try, maybe you are engaged to your partner. Maybe it can be that maybe you decide to make this relationship official, introducing each other to your families, and maybe you are taking this relationship to the next level, and actually your priorities are not the same. I mean, your priorities are very different. You guys want different things from that relationship. It can be that you want a serious relationship, a relationship that can turn into a marriage, and maybe your partner wants just to hook up. Maybe your partner wants a short-term thing, and after that maybe he or she decides to break up with you. So also it can be that maybe your partner wants kids and you really don't want kids, Or it can be that your partner wants to work in a certain environment and you really don't want your partner to work in a certain environment. You want your partner to be working in a different environment. You know, the priorities of you guys, with the things that you guys want from that relationship, both of you. If your priorities are very different, you guys want to be on the same page. And if you guys want to be on the same page, the moment you make this relationship official, then this relationship is just going to crumble within a very short period, you know. It's going to fail within a very short time, and you're going to be surprised. You're going to be asking yourself so many questions. Why did this relationship fail yet? We were engaged, maybe we introduced each other to our families, and everything was moving the right way. We actually was happy about the relationship, how the relationship was progressing. The fact is that you really never understood. You guys had different priorities, and if you have different priorities, that relationship is not going to work. You guys have to have the same goal. You have to have the same mind. You have to want the same things for that relationship to work. And if you introduce each other to your families, you make a relationship official, you decide to be engaged to each other. When actually your priorities don't align, then actually that relationship is not going to work. That relationship is going to fail. So that is another factor that you have to consider before making a relationship official. So you have to sit down with your partner. You have to get to know that person first. You have to understand the kind of person he or she is before you think of taking this step, because actually it's a big deal. Making a relationship official isn't a small thing. It's not a small thing. So you have to take your time, understand your partner. If you guys your priorities align, or you guys want different things in life, and that's it. So the third thing that I want to talk about here is the time you have been together. Yeah, you can't tell me that you just have been dating for 1 month and you're already thinking of making this relationship official. No, you'll be moving fast into that relationship. And as I said earlier, that I did a video about why relationships that move too fast fail. You have to check the video. The link will be in the description. You will check that video out. Because the moment you guys have been dating for a very short period of time, you guys don't really know each other that well. You really don't know your partner that well. You really don't know yourself that well in that relationship. I'm talking about you knowing yourself in that relationship, and also knowing your partner in that relationship, because knowing each other better, you will enhance the understanding between the two of you. If you guys know each other better, then this means you will understand each other very nicely, and this will minimize the conflicts in your relationship, and you guys will be on good terms because you really understand what you need from each other, and that's all about relationships. So the moment you guys have been just together for a very short period of time maybe, and you guys don't really know each other, and you decide to be engaged to each other, or you decide to make this relationship official, you know, this actually is going to mess things up. Because I mean, you have to take time. As I usually say in this YouTube channel, in the articles, in the videos when I talk about relationship, is that a great relationship takes time and commitment for it to be built. So you can't tell me that you have just known someone for the past few months and you're thinking of being engaged to this person. Actually, that is not going to work. That is not going to work. Actually, that is not going to work, because you have to be with someone for a while. You have to get to know someone for a while. You have to be together for someone for, you know, the period that you stay with someone. That is actually when you get to know this person better. You'll be able to understand whether this person fits in the kind of things that you need from that relationship or not. So you have to be together for a period of time. It can be, if you want to be engaged to someone, just make it, maybe you have to be dating for about maybe 6 months and above. Below that, no, that's actually you're going to mess things up. You're going to mess things up, because actually you might be thinking that you might be looking yourself and looking your pattern, and maybe thinking for the short period of time that you guys have been together, thinking that, damn, this person is actually amazing. I think we can start an amazing relationship with this person. But the fact that you really don't know is that you guys haven't been together through the roughs, through the highs and lows, through the rough times. You know, you'll get to know someone better when you guys you have been together for a long time, and you guys have been through a lot of problems, have been through a lot of challenges in your relationship, that is when you actually know a person better. And when you think of making this relationship official after you have known this person for this period of time, then this actually is going to be legit, and you're going to be actually on a better spot, because you know this person during his or her happy times, you know this person during his or her sad times, you know this person through in his highs or lows, and actually you understand this person better. So the period of you guys have been together matters a lot when it comes to you guys deciding whether you should make a relationship official or not. This is something that you have to consider, because you don't have to ignore this. This is a very important factor, because because the time you guys spend together, maybe if you've been dating for about, maybe let me say 2 months, you guys still have that first vibe. You still have that, you are still in that first stage of you guys connecting to each other. You're happy with each other. You're connecting nicely with each other, and everything seems amazing. But you haven't been through the worst in your relationships, and that is why you really don't know if this person is someone you want to be with or not. So you have to take time. You have to take time first before you think of maybe making your relationship official. This is something that I really emphasize you check on before you think of making your relationship official. So something else, you are completely sure about the relationship. Before you make a relationship official, you have to make sure that you are completely sure about that relationship. Sometimes, you might be in a relationship, and you think that maybe I want to be in this relationship because we have good vibes, we have, but deep down there is something that you find from that someone, because there's something missing from the person that you're with. You're looking at him or her and you think this person is right, but there's something wrong with him or her. There's something that he or she lacks, and I think this can be a problem. But sometimes, because of the vibe of you, because of the vibe between the two of you guys connect in an amazing way. You feel that, damn, let me just ignore that because I'm happy with this person. The tiny imperfection that he or she has doesn't really affect me at all. Let me just be with him or her. But the moment you start dating that person, you later on realize that little imperfection, that little issue that your partner has is going to affect you, is going to affect your relationship. And at long last, you find yourself that you're losing interest in him or her because of the tiny issue that you really ignore in the first period of you guys dating, the first time that you guys started dating. So you have to be sure that you are sure about that relationship. You are sure that you can manage your partner's imperfections. You are sure that you really want this relationship, and you're sure that your partner really wants the same relationship. Your partner wants the same thing. You have to be sure. You have to be sure. Don't just be with someone since you guys have been hooking up. Maybe you guys have been going out for a while. You guys have been spending time together, have been enjoying yourselves, and you think that, man, I think this relationship is kinda cool, yeah? I think we should just make it. You think you're not sure about it yet. You're not sure whether you should commit to that relationship. You're not sure whether you should stick your roots deep down into that relationship. You're just thinking. You're just going with the vibe. Doing this, and the moment you're just going with the vibe, and maybe you make that relationship official, and later on you realize that you actually have a second mind. You are still second guessing yourself about the relationship, whether you should commit to it, you should stick with that person you're with or not. Then actually this is going to be a bad thing for you, because actually you're going to be in a relationship that actually you don't want to be in, and maybe you're going to regret later that you made that decision in a rush without even realizing that you guys are into the same relationship. You guys are into the same things that you actually want from that relationship. So you have to be sure that is exactly what you want from that relationship before you think of making it official. So this is something that you really have to think about. You have to think about this, and you have to just get yourself into that relationship, and you be sure, and also ask your partner if he or she is sure that she wants that relationship to move forward before you think of doing anything. That is something that you have to note. So something else, when you're making a relationship official, so this is something else that you have to consider when you want to take the relationship to the next level. Yeah, if you want to take your relationship to the next level, this is obvious. You have to if you want to take the relationship to the next level, then you know what, you'll consider making that relationship official. This is self-explanatory. If you've been dating with someone for a while and you guys think you're good together, you think that maybe it's time for you to upgrade this relationship, to move this relationship where it was to something amazing, to something that actually can turn into something else, into marriage, into something that you guys really are proud of. If you guys have been hiding each other, you want to make your relationship, you want to move your relationship to the next level, then you'll have to think about making it official. So if you want to take your relationship to the next level and you feel that I have to do this because I'm happy with this person and we have been dating for a while, and I think it's time for me to introduce this person to my family, to introduce this person to my friends, to make this thing official, to be engaged with this person, then you have to do that. That is self-explanatory, and I'm not going to be talking so much about that. Something else. So the sixth thing that you have to consider before making a relationship official is when you are ready to settle down. Yeah, when you are ready to settle down with someone, then you should consider making a relationship official. If you know yourself better, especially this problem, it comes with especially guys. I think guys, we have a lot of this. We have this problem. In most cases, you just want to be with someone, but you want to be with this chick, but at the same time, you're still seeing someone else. As in, you find someone. I'm not saying that you're cheating, but you find someone that's attractive, and you think that, damn, if I settle with this person, then I'm going to miss out a lot on different things. You still just want to jump here and there. You still want to test different waters. I mean, that kind of case. If you're in that situation, if you really think if you don't think that you're ready to settle and commit to one person, then you shouldn't think of making a relationship official. But if you want to settle down, you want to be with someone, you want to commit to someone, then you know what? Then you should think of making that relationship official. Yeah, the same goes to women also. If you really don't think that you are capable of settling down with someone that you want to be with, and you actually don't think that the right person that you want to be with, commit to, and maybe eventually get married to, then you shouldn't think of making that relationship official, because if you don't want to settle down, then that relationship is just going to end anytime soon, and it won't be of any good to you, because maybe you have made an extra effort, you have invested so much into that relationship, you have done so many things into that relationship, and eventually you didn't want to settle down with that person. Because trust me, when you think of settling with someone, being committed to someone, this actually is going to make you invest so much into that person. You're going to invest so much into that person because you're actually sure that this relationship is going to turn into something else. And when you invest so much in someone, you are missing out on something else. Trust me, that's all about relationship. You're investing so much in someone, you're missing out on something else. But this is a sacrifice that everyone has to make. If you want to be in a relationship and you want your relationship to be amazing, then this is something that you'll have to think about. You'll have to sacrifice some of the things to have a greater relationship, because if you won't sacrifice some of the things that you're actually working on in your life for your relationship, then that relationship is eventually not going to be the way you expect it to be. So everything great needs sacrifice. So even a great relationship needs sacrifice. But if you've been sacrificing so much for that person and actually you don't want to settle with that person, then you'll be wasting yourself, you'll be wasting your life. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This is what I really wanted to share with you guys. I wrote this, it was an article on my website, and I thought, let me just share with you guys this so that actually you can also benefit from this. So if you like the content, hit the like button. If you're new to my channel and you like this kind of content, then you know what, subscribe to my channel, because it's all about relationship, lifestyle, and self-development. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.